Hello class, this video rubric is going to cover the third section on your Skill Builder worksheet, layering color with single direction pencil strokes. And I've got the rubric for that right here. Again, you can see value on the worksheet, value rubric, cross contour latitude lines rubric, layering color with single direction pencil strokes, and layering color with single direction pencil strokes, the rubric. All right, in order to make sure that there's no confusion over what material we're covering, I'm going to cover the material that we're not covering. All right, so you got to make sure you have a pencil, and let's go over the rubric. Number one, the second and third layers are only drawn in one direction. Number two, your lines were created in a slightly curved horizontal fashion. Number three, there is no evidence that you colored in a back and forth manner that results in the creation of vertical lines. Number four, the first layer covers the entire cup. The first layer is your light layer. The medium layer covers 2/3, and the dark layer covers 1/3 of the cup. Number five, you used a colored pencil. You guys might laugh, but you'd be surprised at how many people tried to use a marker or an ink pen on this. All right, so that is our rubric for this assignment. So let's take a look at some examples so I can show you what I'm looking for, what's correct, and some mistakes that people made. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is this one that is done correctly. The first thing I want you to notice is just like in your value scale, light, medium, and dark, you have light, medium, and dark. One other thing I want you to notice is that there's not harsh lines. You can see a little bit of dark kind of eking into the medium, but you don't see harsh lines like this example. There is a huge difference. See if I can put those side by side. Between this subtle gradation of color going from dark to medium to light, and try to ignore that we're only dealing with this half of it. We're not, for this exercise, it's 3 sections. We're not doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. Just pay attention to the fact that your light, medium, and dark over here, because the person went back and forth when they did this, there is a harsh, strong line that was created. Whereas here, it's blended into the next shade. Same thing in this one, the back and forth. I mean, great, obvious light, medium, and dark. The value scale on this, perfect. But we created, instead of going in one direction and softly blending from one value shade to the next, they went back and forth and just, we've got stripes now as opposed to a subtle blending. All right, and another thing I want you to pay attention to, and you can kind of see it. Let me see if I can move this camera in. Hang on, I'm trying, there we go. Let's go here. You can kind of see that my pencil strokes are slightly visible. You can kind of see that they're curved. When I made these pencil strokes, and remember that they are single pencil strokes. I'm going to bring this up a little bit more. Slide that over and turn it upside down because it's my favorite way to draw that I'm comfortable with. I touched over here and went like that. Touch, sweep, touch, sweep, touch, sweep, touch, sweep. Now, of course, when I did it, it was more like this because it would take forever to touch and sweep the way I just showed you. But if I do this in the video, it doesn't look like I'm picking up my pencil, and I am. I'm also making curved lines that match the top of this cup. That is really important. You are shaping this cup with those curved lines. Again, this is touch, sweep, touch, sweep, touch, sweep, touch, sweep. And I just keep picking it up and putting it down over here and sweeping this way. So you will see, and if you get too much of a line, just go over it a little bit and kind of blend it into your medium. Make sure that's kind of feathered out. You can soften it up by doing this. And you can see I'm really dark up here and I need to darken it there. All right, let me show you another example of something to watch out for. Let's go back to the first, to 1 times the view. All right. As I showed you in that video, I was making my lines curving one direction. Again, try to ignore this side. We're only talking about this side of the cup when we're addressing issues. You can see that these little purple lines in here, they go straight across. They're not even curved. And then these lines are diagonal. That's a problem. And then this one is full-on vertical and not horizontal. That's a problem. Some issues over here. Again, I'm going to kind of hide this half of it so you can see we're addressing here. These are curved in the middle, but these are looped. I mean, this isn't even one direction or back and forth. You can see circles. You can see ovals actually going all the way down. And then this is completely outlined up and down in a vertical motion. This is something I wanted to highlight. If you're going in the correct direction, you're going one direction, you're going to get a subtle blending over to the other side of the cup. If you're not doing that, you're going to get crazy pencil lines all over the place that don't make sense. This cup isn't diagonal, it's rounded. That's why you have to match the top of the cup that's rounded. All right, and my next example. Again, make sure your cup lines are going in one direction. Make sure they're not crossing over these lines. I mean, this is kind of curved, but it's not curved in line with the top of the cup. It's curved down that way. All of them are. And then this side comes down and crosses over. There should be no crossover. This is a smooth, continuous line, just like you did in the cross contour latitude lines exercise, going across like this. All right, and this cup, now in all fairness, they drew their cup with a curved line that way, and the middle lines are curved that way. But since you're using a cup that I drew that has these sections already drawn in, my curves are this way, so your curves need to echo that. So they did okay matching the top curve and bottom curve of their cup. The problem is these lines from the side are like huge curves in the opposite direction going up. It looks like grass, doesn't it? It just looks like grass. So this is like 3 different sections of line as opposed to one section of line, but you just keep working over here, going over it to get it darker and smoother. This is one set of lines like this. All right, and then finally, number 4, please don't, you have 3 sections here to complete. On the original project that we did, first time we did this video, I had you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, light in the middle, and then medium on either side of the light and dark on either side of the medium. This time we're only dealing with 3 sections. But your sections should at no time be individual lines of their own. These lines themselves are curved to the top of the cup, but it's like they didn't layer it. You're supposed to do the whole cup first and then layer over it to get the medium and then layer over to get the dark. And we've got a series of individual tornadoes. They look like little tornadoes to me. And each section is its own individual lines. And yes, again, they are curved to the top and the bottom of the cup, but they're supposed to be curved as a unit, not as separate sections. All right, I think that is everything that you need to know about layering color with single direction pencil strokes. So just remember, keep it one line curved all the way down. It's just like this, except there's a lot more lines in between. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, have fun.